सौन्दर्यलहरी कर्त्रे सर्वमङ्गलदायिने शङ्कराचार्यवर्याय यतिराजाय ते नमः।
Can I start?
जी स्वामी।
ओम अविद्यानामन्तस्तिमिरमिहिरद्वीपनगरी जडानां चैतन्यस्तबकमकरन्दश्रुतिझरी दरिद्राणां चिन्तामणिगुणनिका जन्मजलधौ निमग्नानां दंष्ट्रामृतिपुवराहस्य भवति। भवानि त्वं दासे मयि वितरदृष्टिं सकरुणाम् इति स्तोतुं वाञ्छन् कथयति भवानि त्वम् इति अहम् तदैव त्वं तस्मै दिशसि निजसायुज्यपदवीम् मुकुन्द ब्रह्मेन्द्रस्फुटमुकुटनीराजितपदाम्। My pranams to the lotus feet of Amma. My pranams to everyone who have joined here. We were discussing the 70th verse last time. Mrinali mridvinam tava bhujalatanam chatasranam chaturbhis saundaryam sarasija bhava stauti vadanaihi nakebhyas santrasyan prathama madanad antagaripoho Chaturnam Sirshanam Samam Abhayahastarpana Diya. The Brahma who had 5 heads was snipped off one head by Lord Shiva because of his ego. His ego was snipped off. His 4 heads to Devi. He is worshipping the lotus hands of Devi for Abhayahasta, for bestowing him protection. Is the content of that particular sloka. We can play the 71st sloka. Nakhana Mudyotaihi.
जी
नखानामुद्योतैः नवनलिनरागं विहसताम् कराणान्ते कान्तिम् कथय कथयामः कथमुमे कयाचिद्वा साम्यम् भजतु कलया हन्तकमलम् यदि क्रीडल्लक्ष्मीचरणतललाक्षारसचणम्
Nakhanam Udyotaihi Navanalinaragam Vikasatam Karanam Te Kantim Kathaya Kathayama Katham Mume. Kayachidva Samyam Bhajatu Kalaya Hantakamalam Yadi Kridal Lakshmi Charanarasa Charanatala Laksharasa Charanam. He's again calling Devi as Uma. This name is specific to Parvati, who was born in the Himalayan mountains. If you have observed Saundar Lahari, in many places he is calling her very fondly as the Himagiri Sutta, as the daughter of the mountains of Himalayas. So we must imagine that Shankaracharya, who was from Kerala, was very fond of Himalayas, and maybe he traveled over there and he stayed for a very long time there, and he was very fond of Himalayan mountains. And he likes to call her Himagiri Tanaya, Uma, etc. So this again, the Uma Parvati is called, O goddess Uma, Ume, he is calling her very fondly. Please tell us, Kathaya, he is asking her to tell. Katham Kathayama, how we can describe your hands, which is shining. How we can describe the beauty of your nails, which is like a freshly open lotus. It cannot be even compared with the lotus because it's reddish in tinge without mehendi and makeup. If Lakshmi was there and the Laksharasa in her feet as mixed with that lotus, with a fresh lotus, maybe some resemblance will be there, is the content of this particular sloka. So her hands, the nails are compared with lotus, which is reddish in tinge, which are so beautiful. He Ume, O Devi, Nakhanam, how can I describe the nails? Udyotaihi, the beauty or the glitter or the shine of the nails. Tavanalina Vihasatam. It is resembling the Nalina Raga, the color of the lotus. Te Karanam, your hands. Kathaya Kathayama. Katham Kathayama. How we can describe that beauty? Kathaya, please tell us. Kamalam Hanta. Hanta Kamalam. Sometimes it can be compared with lotus. Yadi Kridar Lakshmi, if Lakshmi is playing in that or sitting in that, Laksharasacharnam Kayajitva Samyam Bhajatu. If the reddish color at the feet of Lakshmi is there, maybe it can be compared. Actually, the nails reflect the dhatu pushti of a person. If you see the people with arthritis or some other disease, heart disease, the clubbed nails will be there. The nail will not be strong, it can be plucked off easily. There will be dullness or blackish tinge in that, especially the nails in the foot and in the hands. Especially we can make it out in the foot. Also in the hands, if you observe the blackish colors, the clubbed fingers, clubbed nails are not a good sign of dhatu pushti. The asti dhatu or the bone is not grown well. Even in elephants, If you observe the nails, you can find out the health of the elephant. Otherwise, it is very difficult. It is very black in color. It is a thick-skinned animal. So the color of the eyes and nails make it important to observe the dhatu pushti. So here, the nakhas of Devi is absolutely shining. So it's like a moon. The hands are like a lotus. It cannot be compared even with the lotus. It's more reddish. So beautiful. So only if Lakshmi is sitting on a lotus, her Laksharasa is spread over the lotus, that can be compared, is the content of the sloka. You can play the next sloka. 77 seconds, 72.
जी
समं देवि स्कन्दद्विपवदनपीतं स्तनयुगम्
समं देवि स्कन्दद्विपवदनपीतं स्तनयुगम्
तवेदन्नः खेदम्
तवेदं न खेदम्
हरतु सततं प्रस्नुतमुखम्
हरतु सततं प्रस्नुतमुखम्
यदालोक्याशङ्काकुलितहृदयो हासजनकः
यदा लोक्याशङ्काकुलितहृदयो भासजनकः
स्वकुम्भौ हेरम्बः
स्वकुम्भौ हेरम्बः
परिमृशति हस्तेन झटिति
परिमृशति हस्तेन झटिति
Samam Devi Skandadvipavadana Pitam Stanayugam Tabedam Nakhedam Haratu Satatam Prasnuta Mukham Yadalokya Ashankakulita Hridayo Hasajanaga Sakumbho Herambha Parimashati Hastena Jatiti is the content. This is slogan. O Devi, you have two sons, the Subramanya and the Ganapati. Everyone are our son and daughter. Still there, you are very fond of your two sons. Kameshwara Mukhaloka Kalpita Sri Ganeshwara, it is told. Ganeshwara was born with the willpower of Devi. He made him from her own sandal paste, which she was applying over her body. In this, only the look, Kameshwara had a look at Ganapati. Subramanya was born from the tejas of Shiva. She was born without the union of Devi. Later on, she embraced him. There were 6 children, and goddess Devi embraced him, and he became one with 6 heads and 12 hands and 12 ears and 12 eyes. With great knowledge, he was not an ordinary child. So he was born without the connection of Devi. So both of them are very fond. They are Manasaputras of Shiva Parvati. Both of them are very close to Devi and Shiva. They both have the right to drink the breast milk of Devi directly. It is Prasnuta Mukha. Always she is ready to give milk to those two small kids. They're always small. They never grow at all. They're always small child of Devi. Sometimes we also wish that we had been a small child under the care of our father and mother. Sometimes we are also frustrated that we have already grown. Whereas the Kumara and Ganapati are never growing. They are always a child. If you look at the Mahatmas, they become childlike. They are not childish. They are childlike. Ramakrishna Paramahamsa did not know whether he is wearing a dress or not. Sometimes he keeps it on his hands, on his shoulders. Sadashiva Brahmendra was stark naked. He was walking in the grass without being conscious of his body. Sri Shuka was walking naked, but the women who were taking bath did not feel that. When a deer walks, nobody feels that it is naked or it is having a dress. It looks awkward if you dress the dogs and others, with a dress. Even though the owners do that. Mahatmas go beyond the body consciousness. They become childlike. So the Kumara and Ganapati, they drink the breast milk of Devi. And her breasts are always ready to, it's Prasnuta Mukha. It is always giving out milk to those two, which destroys all the sorrows. But Ganapati sometimes gets confused when he looks at the breasts of Devi, Heramba. Heramba means Ganapati. He touches his frontal lobes. He touches his head in doubt. Because Devi's breasts are resembling the head of an elephant, the frontal lobes of the elephant. They are two in number. Devi's breasts are also two. They are very high. They are very big. Devi's breasts are also very big. She is the mother of the whole universe. Heramba Ganapati touches his head in doubt whether it is still there on his head or it has gone to Devi's breasts. This is Bala Chapalya. Ganapati is a small fellow, small child, kid. He is confused whether his head is still there or it has gone to Devi's breasts. And he touches his head in doubt. This makes Parvati and Shiva laugh. Hasajanaka. They have a hearty laugh when they see Ganapati touching his frontal lobe in doubt. Hey Devi, Samam Devi, Prasnutamukham, your breasts which are always ready to give milk. Samam, it is equally drunk by Skandat Dvipavadana Pitam. Dvipavadana, Dvipa is elephant. Dvipavadana, elephant faced Ganapati and Skanda. It is drunk by Skanda and Ganapati. Tavastana Yuga, your breasts, Nakhedam, let it remove the sorrows from us. Haradu Yadalokya, by looking at that, Ashanka Gulda Hridaya, Ganapati is in doubt. He is in Ashanka whether his mother has taken his head into her breasts. Hey Ramba Ganapati. Hasajanaka, that makes them laugh, whom the Shiva and Parvati. They are great people. Parvati, Ganapati, and Subramanya are not small people. Subramanya taught his father the meaning of Pranava. Even though he knows it, he accepted him as his guru, Swami Natha. He's not a small person. Muruga is a great lord. Ganapati also has killed many asuras. It's a Jnana Murti. Is Akara itself. The Rupa itself is like an Omkara. So Devi is the mother of those two great people. There is no need to express her glory more. Here in this sloka, a little bit of humor sense is being used by Shankaracharya. Ganapati, due to his Bala Chapalya, because he is such a small child, innocent child, is making his father and mother laugh because he is in a doubt whether his mastaka. Already it is told in Kari Kalaba Kumbasthananata. Devi's breasts are like the head of the elephant. So that makes them laugh when Ganapati touches his forehead in doubt that it has been taken away by his mother. We can assume that nothing else can be compared with Devi's breasts except the great Mastaka of Vinayaka. This is the content of that particular sloka. You can go to the next sloka. 73.
मूते वक्षोजौ
अमोदे वक्षोजौ
अमृतरसमाणिक्यकुतुकौ
अमृतरसमाणिक्यकुतुकौ
न सन्देहस्पन्दो
न सन्देहस्कन्दो
नगपतिपताके मनसिनः
नगपतिपताके मनसिनः
पिबन्तौ तौ यस्मात्
पिबन्तौ तौ यस्मात्
अविदितवधूसङ्गरसिकौ
अविदितवधूसङ्गरसिकौ
कुमारावद्यापि
कुमारावद्यापि
द्विरदवदनक्रौञ्चदलनौ
विरदवदनक्रौञ्चदलनौ
Amute Vakshojau Amrutarasa Manikya Kutubhau Na Sandehaspando Nagapati Patake Manasinaha Pibantau Tau Yasmad Abhidita Vadhu Sangarasikav Kumaro Adyapi Dirata Vadana Krauncha Daranau. Devi is called as Nagapati Patake. Nagapati means the head of the mountains, the leader of the mountains. Pataka means she is like the flag. She is the pride of Himavan. Again, the Himavan is reminded of us. That shows the love that Shankaracharya had for Himalayas. Oh, the flag of the king of mountains, Nagapati Patake, Manasinaha, in our minds. We never had any doubt in our mind that our breasts divine are like a pot made up of rubies with a precious jewel, precious stone. He who killed the Kraunchasura, that is Subramanya, and for the elephant faced Dhiradavadana, the elephant faced one, those two people again they are reminded they are having the right, they are having the freedom to drink the milk of Devi anytime they want. It is always Prasnutamukha, it is told like a story. Once Devi and Shiva were sitting, and Ganapati came, and in a doubt, he just touched his head and saw whether the mastakas are there or not, because Devi's breasts are also looking similar, whether it has been stolen by his mother. Because of his Bala Chapalya, this happened, and they had hearty laughter, Shiva and Parvati, by seeing the Bala Chapalya of Ganapati. Was the content of the last sloka. Here again, Dhiradavadana Krauncha Dalanau, the Subramanya as well as Ganapati, who are always drinking that milk. That breasts are made up of a precious stone, Ratna Kumbha, which is filled with Amrita, immortal drink. There is no doubt about that, because these two people never grow old. They do not know this three sukha, or this, they had no sexual desire. They do not know the pleasure of woman. They always remain young. They remain childlike. They are innocent. Kumarau Adyapi Kraunchadalana Duradavadanav. The person who had a great valor and he killed a Kraunchasura. Ganapati is also known for killing Gajamukasura. They had great valor, they had great power, but they never grow old. They're always remaining a child of mother. So your breasts must be made up of immortal drink. Hey Nagapati Patake. So the pride of Himavan. Nagapati means the mountain, the head of the mountains, the Himalayas. Pataka means the flag or the pride of that mountain. Amute Vakshojau, these two breasts of yours. Amritarasa Manikya Kutubhav, it is filled with Amritarasa. Namanasi. Sandeha Spanda, there is no doubt in our minds. Yasmatau Pribantau Dhiradavadana Kraunchadalana. The elephant had one, and the Kraunchadalana, or the person who broke the shattered the Krauncha mountain, it is Subramanya. Till today, Avidita Vadu Sangarasya, they do not know the pressure of women. They are innocent like a child, Kumaru, and they are small kids, always. Because they have drunk the milk that is from your breast, which is an immortal drink, and that has made them childlike always. This is the content of this sloka. The Kumaras, the children of Devi, Ganapati and Skanda, they never grow old, they have no changes. Balya, Yavana, Vardhakya, etc. are not there. The six changes. Asti, Jayate, Vardhate, Aparinamate, Apakshiyate, Nashati. These changes are not happening to them. They are always young. Nitya Yavana. They do not know the Sri Sangama. They do not know the sexual pleasure at all. They don't have that feeling at all. Because they drank the immortal drink that came from your breast. They are having a great valor. Ganapati killed the Gajamukasura, who was a terror to the whole universe. Subramanya broke the Krauncha Parvata like child play. They are doing a lot of other leelas, but in their minds they are still small kids. They are innocent, like a children, very small children. Mahatmas also, they always attribute everything to mother. When somebody speaks Vedanta to Seshadri Swami, who was a great Avadhuta, he will say, I do not know anything, my mother knows. Ramakrishna Paramahamsa was a small child of mother till his last breath. He was taught Vedanta by Totapuri, and he taught Vedanta to Vivekananda and many Sishyas. But in his mind, he was a small child of a mother, of Kali. Shankaracharya was a disciple of Devi. He says, Pibeyam Vidyarthi Tavacharan in the Nejana Jalam in the last verses. Kadakale Mata Kathe Kalita Alakta Karasam. He calls her mother. Similarly, Ganapati and Subramanya are eternal children to mother, even though they do a lot of leelas, great leelas. Because they drank the breast milk of Devi, is the content of the particular sloka. We can go to the next sloka, 74. Can we play the 74th sloka? Amashvaya is not connected. Amashvaya is not connected. Anyway, I will read the 74th sloka. Am I audible? Can somebody answer me?
Rahul sharing and somebody Rahul is sharing, trying. I don't know why what happened.
Okay.
Rahul?
Otherwise, I will read myself.
Rahul, even if she is playing, then Swamiji will read it.
I will read myself.
Best, better, Ji. Swami sir.
Vahatyamba स्तंभेरु मदनुज कुंभ प्रकृतिभिः समारब्धां मुक्तामणिभिरमलां हारलतिकां कुचाभोगो बिम्बादरुचिभिः अन्तःशबलितां प्रतापव्यामिश्रां पुरदमयितुः कीर्तिमिवते. I will read it once again. I thought the tune must be registered in the minds of the people who are listening. But anyway, I will read it once again. Vahatyamba
Pardon,
stambera.
Swamiji. I'm back. I got a internet issue. So should I play it? 74th
Yeah,
sloka?
because people can, it will register in their minds. The tune is so nice. So,
Okay, I'll play it. 74th.
mm.
कुम्भप्रकृतिभिः वहत्यम्बस्तम्बेरमदनुजकुम्भप्रकृतिभिः
वहत्यम्बस्तम्भेरमदनुजकुम्भप्रकृतिभिः
समारब्धां मुक्तामणिभिरमलां हारलतिकाम्
समारब्धां मुक्तामणिभिरमलां हारलतिकाम्
कुचाभोगो बिम्बाधररुचिभिरन्तः शबलिताम्
कुचाभोगो बिम्बाधररुचिभिरन्तश्चबलिताम्
प्रतापव्यामिश्राम्
प्रतापव्यामिश्राम्
पुरदमयितुः कीर्तिमिवते
पुरदमयितुः कीर्तिमिवते.
O mother, hey Amba, take Kuchabhoga, the meeting point of your breasts or the middle part of your breasts. Stamberama Danuja Kumbha Prakritibihi. There was an Asura. His name is Stamberama Gajasura. His face is like an elephant. That Danuja Kumbha Prakritibihi. From his head came some precious stones. Muktamani Bihi. With those Muktamani, Samarabdham, it was nicely collected by Ganapati. Amalam, they were very pure. Bimbadhara Ruchibihi, they were looking reddish because of the connection with your reddish lips, the color of your lips. The Muktamanis were white. They became red because of the conjugation with your lips. Antashabalitam, and inside they were having multiple colors. Hara Latikam, that hara, that beautiful garland. It is shining like the Parakrama or the greatness of Lord Shiva. You see, direct meaning of this particular sloka. Again, there are many stories, which are combined just to make us remember the beautiful breast region of Devi. She is having a garland which is made up of Muktahara. Muktahara Lasatkirita Ruchiram. Akshoja Kumbhantarim, it is told in Meenakshi Pancharatna. She's having a mukta hara. In between her breasts. She's always wearing it in remembrance of her small kid, Ganapati, who is ever young, who is ever drinking her breast milk, who never has a desire for women. They are always childlike. So she is so fond of Ganapati. He gave her this gift, a small fellow. He went and killed a big asura. Stambera Danuja. Danuja means Danava or Asura. Stambherama means a person with an elephant head. Stambherama Danuja Kumbha Prakriti Malam Hara Latikam. The garland which is shining is made from the head of the Gajamukha. He had a fight, Ganesha had a fight with Gajamukha, and he ripped off his head, and from that Mukta manis came out. They were so nice. So he made it into a garland and gave it as a gift to his mother. He was very fond of his mother, and he gave it to her. And she wore it in remembrance. It is white, but it is glittering inside with multiple colors. Anta Shabalitam, Haralatikam. Inside there are multiple colors. Outside it is reddish because of the combination with the mother's lips. She is wearing it in remembrance of Ganapati. It is like the kirti of Lord Parameshwara. It is told that the pearls will grow in bamboos, snakes, corals, as well as in the head of an elephant. Good elephant. Gajakumbeshu, Amseshu, Phanashu, Jaladeshu cha, Suktayam Ikshudandecha, Shodaha Mautika Sambhavaha. In 6 places, the Muktika, Muktamani can grow. Different colors they are having. After it, there are 2 stories for killing Gajamukasura. There may be 2 asuras also. Gajamukasura was killed by Lord Parameshwara. And when he killed him, he hit his head. And then the Muktamanis came out, which he made into a garland and put it to his wife, Parvati. That is one story. It is white in color, but inside it is reflecting the colors of Devi's breasts and lips, and hence it's multiple colored. It is like a kirti of Parameshwara. Generally, the kirti is compared with white. Shubhra kirti, we say. Ashodhabala, we say. His yashas, his fame is white, spotless, blameless, blemishless. The Parakrama is always compared with reddishness. Here, Devi's Parameshwara's kirti is compared with Yashokirti, Dhavala Kirti, like the Muktahara, Gajasura Samhara, Tripura Samhara, etc. The Pratapa is described. Let us compare to the Adhara Kanti, the beauty of Devi's reddish lips. So two stories are told here. This Tambherama the Gajamukasura. There may be two Gajamukasuras. They were killed by Shiva as well as Ganapati. Both of them had a garland and they put it on Devi's neck with a lot of love, and hence she's not removing it. She's wearing it all the time. It's white. It is expressing the Yashokirti, the fame of Devi. It is also expressing the valor of Devi or Parameshwara, because it is combined with the redness of the lips of the color of the lips of Devi. So is the content of this particular sloka. 74, and we can play the 75th sloka.
Yes.
तव स्तन्यं मन्ये
तव स्तन्यं मन्ये
धरणिधर कन्ये हृदयतः
धरणिधर कन्ये हृदयतः
पयः पारावारः
पयः पारावारः
परिवहति सारस्वतमिव
परिवहति सारस्वतमिव
दयावत्या दत्तम्
दयावत्या दत्तम्
द्रविडशिशुरास्वाद्य तव यत्
द्रविडशिशुरास्वाद्य तव यत्
कवीनां प्रौढानाम्
कवीनां प्रौढानाम्
अजनिकमनीयः कवयिता
अजनिकमनीयः कवयिता
तवस्तन्यं मन्ये धरणिधरकन्ये हृदयतः पयः पारावारः परिवहति सारस्वतमिव दयावत्या दत्तं द्रविडशिशुर आस्वाद्य तव यत् कवीनां प्रौढानाम् अजनिः कमनीय कवयिता. O Dharanidhara Kanye, O daughter of the mountains, again he is calling her fondly in the name of Himalayas. She is the daughter of Himalayas, king of mountains. Manye, I'm thinking, I feel that the milk that flows from your breasts, tava hridayataha payaha yad prabhati, the milk that flows from your breast is really Saraswata, is the blessing of Saraswati herself. It is the nectar, immortal drink. Because that was drunk by a Dravida Shishu, a child from Dravida Desha. And he became a great poet by drinking their milk of yours. Kavim Praudhanamajanik Kamaniya Kavita. He became the greatest of the poets. Kamaniya Kavita. He became a great poet. Praudhanam. Among the greatest. He became the greatest among the great poets by drinking the milk of yours. So the milk that is flowing from your breasts is like an ocean of immortal drink. There's no doubt about that. I feel that it is the Saraswata itself, Saraswati's Prasada itself. Because that was drunk by a Dravida Sishu who was innocent, he became the greatest among the great poets, is the content of this sloka. He Dharanidhara Kanye, O Parvati, Tavasthanyam, your breast milk, Hridayataha Paya Paravaraha. It is flowing like an ocean, Paribhakati. It is flowing. Yet Dayavatya Dattam. This was given to a Dravida Sishu with a lot of compassion, with a sankalpa, not an accident. Aswadya was drunk by that particular person. He became Kamaniya Kavaita. He became a poet who could make beautiful poetries. Ajani. So the breast milk of Devi is flowing like an ocean. It was given with a sankalpa, dayavatya, with daya, with compassion. It was given to a person who was a Dravida Sishu who came from the South India. There were two deshas in India, Vanga deshas and Dravida deshas. Pancha Vanga deshas. Vanga means Bengal, that is the main place. There were 5 other states and Pancha Dravida deshas, Karnataka, Andhra, Maharashtra, Tamil Nadu, and Kerala. So they are Dravida deshas. Somebody went from here and he drank your milk, which flew like an ocean, which is an immortal drink. There's no doubt about that. That's what I feel, says Sankaracharya. And he became a great poet in the North India. He was an innocent person. But because of the power of your breast milk, he became a great poet, among the greatest. And he became very famous. He wrote Kamaniya Kavaita. He wrote beautiful poetries. Is the content of this sloka. Somebody went from South India, he drank the milk of Devi and he became a great poet. So I assume that your breast milk is an immortal drink, is the content of this sloka. Some people say that this is indicating about Shankaracharya himself, because he went from Dravida Desha. There are Pancha Vanga Deshas, Pancha Dravida Deshas. Shankaracharya hailed from Dravida Desha. Some people say that because he is so humble, he will not say that he became a great poet. There are many people who are attributed to have been given the milk by Devi herself. Jnana Sambandha story is very popular in Tamil Nadu. He was a small child. He was given the breast milk of Devi and he started singing the glories of Lord Shiva. And he became very famous, not only for his poetical skills, but also for his great devotion to Lord Shiva, and he won over all the Jains who were ruling at that time and brought back the Shiva Siddhanta, Shaiva Siddhanta, the whole Tamil Nadu. And there are several others, a few others. There's a story about Shankaracharya that he was given milk by Devi herself. There's another Sambandha who was given milk by Devi. Ramalinga Adigal was a great poet. He was given milk by Badi Budai Amman. Maybe there were stories during the Shankaracharya's period that breast milk of Devi was given to some people, the Dravida Sishu. So Kanchi Paramacharya has written a great commentary on Saundara-Lahari. He says that this indicates Jnana Sambandha Murti was given milk by Devi. So again, the glory of Devi's breast milk is described in this. By these indirect methods, we are reminded of Devi and her beautiful shape, her love, the greatness of her breast milk, etc. by Shankaracharya. The minds which are reluctant to think about gods and goddesses, by these methods, by these poetical skills of Shankaracharya, by repeating these verses again and again, we are reminded of the beautiful form of Devi. It's the greatest blessing and help that Shankaracharya has done to the universe by writing Saundara-Lahari. And we are so blessed to study and think and remember the glories and beauty of Devi's greatness. So with these words, I conclude my class today. I offer these words to the Lotus Feet of Mother. I thank all those who are listening to this. So next Tuesday, we will proceed further with the other slokas.
Ji Swami. So shall I play Arati?
Yes, yes, yes.
सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत्। शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। जय जय शिवदयिते हरिहर विरिञ्चनुत चरिते कारय मां कृतपुण्यं तव गुण गानरतं महिते तव गुणगानरतं महिते। सहस्रारकमले सततं विहररहसि धन्ये शिवाकार निजमञ्च विलसिते चिदानन्दमुदिते शरण्ये चिदानन्दमुदिते। भवानि मयि दासे दृष्टिं वितरते सकरुणां निज सायुज्य पदैकवितरणां निखिल दुःखतरणाम् ऐहिक निखिल दुःखतरणाम्। भवतु मे विलसितं सपर्या विरचनं तव शिवे समकर निपात हिमकर समान दृशा स्नपय कृपया मामपि दृशा स्नपय कृपया। अनेन धन्यमिमं मन्ये धरणिधर सुकन्ये तव स्तन्यमधुरास्वादन सुख निरस्तान्यविषयं कुरु मां निरस्तान्यविषयम्। नान्यविषयम् त्वदीयमपि वचनं गदतो मदीयमिव वचनम् स्वकीयसलिलैः सागरतर्पण समं जननि विदितं सकलं समं जननि विदितम् जय जय शिवदयिते हरिहर विरिञ्चनुत चरिते कारय मां कृतपुण्यं तव गुण गानरतं महिते तव गुण गानरतं महिते.
Thank you, Swamiji. Thank you all.
Thank you so much.